The Me Rescued from the Unknown Sea, and Us, a reading essay on William Golding's Pincher Martin. Hello. Have you ever felt that you lack knowledge or cultivation? Do you find reading difficult, complex, and even unenjoyable? Today, I want to introduce you to William Golding's Pincher Martin and convince you that reading can be more than just acquiring knowledge. It can be a remarkable experience that allows us to deeply understand our lives, reflect upon ourselves, and view the world anew. The book we will explore together today is the Nobel Prize-winning author William Golding's Pincher Martin. This book is not easy. At times, it is confusing, uncomfortable, and even unsettling. Yet, precisely within this discomfort and complexity lies an extraordinary opportunity to explore the deepest aspects of life and death and the essence of human nature. It may feel something like navigating a small vessel through stormy seas, but do not be afraid. I will be your guide, helping you uncover the meaning of this journey together. 1. The Scream of a Tiny, in an Endless Sea. The story begins in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean during World War II. The protagonist is a British naval officer, Christopher Halliday Martin, known as Pincher Martin. His ship is torpedoed by the Germans and sinks, casting Pincher into the cold, vast sea. He desperately struggles for survival, swimming tirelessly until he reaches a tiny, barren rocky islet or reef, so small that he can scarcely stand or sit. It feels as though his existence is insignificant within the vast ocean. Pincher's solitary battle begins. He fights against hunger, thirst, cold, the scorching sun, and above all, endless loneliness. He searches for crabs or seaweed in the crevices of the rock, tries to boil seawater to drink, and watches the horizon for passing ships or airplanes. His struggle for survival is painful and tragic, as though he is channeling all of his primal instincts to resist death. If you were in such a situation, what would you do? Like Pincher, you might do whatever it takes to stay alive. Through this part of the story, we simultaneously sense both the incredible resilience and the helplessness of human beings in the face of nature. However, the story transcends a mere account of survival. As Pincher endures physical suffering, his mind steadily begins to crumble. He becomes trapped in memories of his past, hallucinations, and chaotic thoughts. His mind is flooded with visions of his life, relationships with friends, women he loved, and wrongdoings he committed. These memories torment him, eroding his sanity. The physical isolation of the rocky islet acts as a mirror, fully exposing his inner turmoil. 2. His name, Pincher, a portrait of the selfish self. Why is his nickname Pincher? The term pincher originally refers to someone who pinches with pincers, a thief, or a greedy person. Though his companions initially called him this in jest, the nickname actually captures the core of Christopher Martin's character. He is an extremely selfish individual, who steals from others, betrays friends, and uses women for his own desires. While he considers himself competent and charming, his inner self is cold and indifferent to others' suffering, driven solely by self-interest. As Pincher continues his struggle for survival on the rocky islet, his past becomes increasingly vivid. He justifies all his misdeeds, blames others, and even believes his suffering is a trial by a divine will. Like a warrior fighting against the vast ocean, his self fiercely resists death and desperately seeks to affirm his existence. Pincher Martin's struggle for survival is not merely a fight against physical pain, it is also an intense rejection of the threat of his self being obliterated. He wants to control even death according to his own will, as he has throughout his selfish life. Through Pincher Martin, we encounter the dark side of human nature. In society, we often encounter people like Pincher Martin, and perhaps even within ourselves, there lies a part of Pincher. This book unflinchingly reveals how our true selves emerge under extreme conditions. As physical suffering turns into mental anguish and past guilt amplifies current suffering, we are inevitably confronted with the fundamental question: what does it mean to be human? 3. The shocking twist, the truth behind it all. The most significant reason Pincher Martin leaves a deep impact on readers lies in the twist at the end. As Pincher's desperate journey for survival reaches its conclusion, a ship arrives, seemingly to rescue him. Two men from the ship descend to search for him and discover Pincher's corpse. Here, a chilling truth is revealed. In reality, Pincher Martin had already died shortly after the ship sank. All the struggles for survival, the hallucinations, and the memories of his past were the final, desperate flailings of his mind as he faced death. In the fleeting moment his body settled into the cold ocean, his conscious mind stretched time, creating an endless illusion of survival. The rock he stood on was not just a physical outcrop, it was the island of his consciousness, the last space where his self resisted being erased. This shocking twist leaves readers both unsettled and deeply reflective. All the empathy and encouragement we felt for Pincher during his struggle suddenly reverse. This truth is not merely about the narrative being overturned, it forces us to confront fundamental questions about life, death, and the boundary between reality and illusion. 4. Pincher Martin and the questions he poses to us. Pincher Martin is certainly not an easy read. Yet the questions it raises offer profound insight into our lives. Expanding knowledge and cultivation is not only about acquiring information, but also about reflecting on these fundamental questions. 1. The meaning of life and death. Is death truly the end? The story of Pincher Martin asks us what death truly is. Is it the complete extinction of consciousness, or is it a space where the mind flails in the final moment, as Pincher did? Rather than viewing death as a vague fear, this book emphasizes the importance of recognizing and accepting the finiteness of life. When we understand that our lives are limited, we learn to cherish the present and strive to live a meaningful existence. 2. Confronting the dark side of human nature, meeting the Pincher within us. Pincher Martin's extreme selfishness and self-centeredness serve as an uncomfortable mirror for us. In our lives, we often sacrifice others for our own gain or avoid acknowledging our mistakes. Through Pincher's extreme portrayal, we are prompted to reflect on whether we too harbor such selfishness within ourselves and how indifferent we may be to others' suffering. This self-reflection can be the first step toward becoming better individuals. 3. Self and identity. What exactly is I? A Pincher's struggle to maintain his sense of self on the threshold of death raises the question of what constitutes the self. Our identities are formed through our bodies, minds, memories, experiences, and relationships with others. Even as his body disappears, Pincher clings relentlessly to his sense of self. This book deepens our understanding of the essence of I and prompts us to consider what values we must pursue to find true selfhood. 4. The boundary between reality and illusion. Is what we believe the truth? The premise that all of Pincher's experiences were merely hallucinations just before death questions the nature of reality. Are everything we see, hear, and feel truly objective truths? Sometimes under extreme suffering or psychological pressure, we distort reality or fall into our own illusions. This book reminds us how fragile our understanding of reality truly is. 5. Beyond knowledge and cultivation, insights for our lives. Pincher Martin provides important insights that can help us reshape our lives. 1. Reading as a mirror for self-reflection. Do you ever feel too busy in your daily life to truly reflect on yourself? This book forces us to pause and examine our own inner selves through the character of Pincher Martin. It offers an opportunity to deeply reflect on how we have lived until now, how we have affected others, and what values we truly cherish. Such self-reflection is the true beginning of cultivation. 2. Humility and recognition of our limitations. Humans are easily arrogant, believing we can control everything and chasing only our own desires. However, the story of Pincher Martin reminds us how small and limited we are in the face of nature and death. When we accept that we cannot control everything and approach life with humility, we can begin to appreciate small things and value our relationships with others. 3. Reevaluating the meaning and value of life. Because Pincher lived a selfish, greedy life, he desperately clung to his existence on the brink of death. But what if he had lived a life filled with empathy, love, and connection with others? This book helps us reevaluate the meaning and value of life by continually asking what kind of life is truly worth living. Rather than mere survival, what values should we pursue for a meaningful, rich life? The process of seeking answers to these questions through reading is the path to a cultivated life. 4. The power of reading, the courage to challenge difficult books. Pincher Martin is not an easy book to read. However, precisely within this difficulty, we confront questions we might not otherwise consider and engage in deep contemplation. Like strength training, reading challenging books strengthens our mental abilities. Although it may initially feel difficult and frustrating, if we persist and take one step at a time, we will soon discover a broader, deeper world and a richer sense of self. Reading is not just a means of transferring knowledge, it is a powerful tool that drives inner growth. 5. Conclusion: reading as a journey to find ourselves. William Golding's Pincher Martin is a work filled with profound insights into life and death, the dark side of human nature, and the essence of self. Though it presents uncomfortable truths, it also offers an opportunity for us to deeply understand and reflect upon ourselves. If reading still feels difficult or distant to you, that's okay. What matters is engaging with the journey of Pincher Martin's life and struggles in this moment and reflecting on me and us. Reading this book is like navigating an unknown sea. Though you may encounter rough waves and unexpected reefs, the journey will ultimately lead you to discover treasures and complete your own map of navigation. Pincher Martin is a powerful work that lingers in our minds long after we close the book, continually posing questions. I hope everyone reads this book, embarks on an exploration of their inner ocean, and begins a meaningful journey to discover the true essence of life. Reading is not only the key to unlocking knowledge, but also a magical experience that enriches and gives deeper meaning to our lives. I sincerely encourage you to join this courageous adventure, and may your lives be filled with deep wisdom and cultivation.